Patriots got a win over the Dolphins, 21-11. Although it was close late, that game was in the balance. Didn't know which way it was going to go. Dolphins
had
fought.
no business being there.
Yeah,
I mean
they were there.
You're right. It is 14-3, and the Patriots are having their way. And then N'Keal Harry fumbles on the 1 foot yard line, right?
Through the end zone.
Through the end zone.
Which I don't understand that rule.
Okay, let's get into this.
That never made sense to me. What?
Well, let's get into this
it seems like the penalty for fumbling through the end zone totally outweighs what it should. Like, give the ball back to the team, but give them at the 1 yard line or something like that.
You give the ball back to the team?
Yeah, that fumbled. Because if you fumble it out of bounds anywhere else, you get the ball back.
Okay, but there's one problem. That other area you're talking about where he fumbled it, that's like my territory, and you've lost the ball in my territory. Therefore, it's mine.
No, if you're past the 50, you're technically in the other team's territory.
No, that end zone is purely mine. I'm defending you not to get into that end zone. That's North Korea, all right? And you lost the ball there, then Kim Jong-un gets it, and now it's their ball. Sorry.
But then you also have the rule, you can't fumble it forward and get the ball spotted at that spot, right? You can't fumble it forward, right? 10 yards,
no.
It goes out of bounds, you take it back to where you fumbled it?
Well, yes, you can. Well, under 2 minutes that'll happen.
Yeah.
Or if you recover your own fumble, you can advance it that way.
Right.
If it's just a fumble that naturally happens, you can advance it. If a guy fumbled at the 20 and fumbled at the 10, if the offense covers.
But at the end of the game, you can't fumble it.
No, the holy roller,
forward.
the old Chargers-Raiders play. You cannot do that and kick it and fumble it and do all that.
It just seems like the penalty is too severe.
Well, but how can you say the team that fumbled it and makes the mistake, like, hey, guys, you're bad, but here you go. Here's the ball again. Take another shot at the end zone.
Yeah, well, it made the game more interesting, that's for sure.
It did.
And it didn't even need to be more interesting.
Get us off track.
That was good.
All right, good.
I'm glad you got that out.
Did you buy into
That's one of the rare times where we've gone toe-to-toe right there. And we'll have to have Pete decide who won that, because I might have won that. Pete says Chris is wrong.
Right, he's on the side of Florio. You're on the side of Florio, too, so go ahead. You guys, you die on that hill.
Well, we're all on the side of Cam because he's super fun to watch. 15-19, 155 yards passing. But more importantly, had 75 yards on the ground, 2 rush touchdowns. So Pete looked it up. Brady's last 43 games with the Patriots, he had 66 total rushes for 75 yards. So
that's funny.
Cam matched it in one game. This is what strikes me about Cam.
Yeah.
When you have him healthy on your team, you have a chance. You will probably beat teams that are as good or worse than you. Like teams that you should beat. With Cam Newton, you will beat.
You usually beat. He gives your team that confidence. I mean, you can kind of see it the way they rallied around him yesterday. You can see the team really likes him. And, I know they like Tom Brady and all that too. It's just a different energy with Cam Newton. But it's something I've always said. When Cam Newton's in your locker room, the whole team sticks their chest out. And they're like, we're good. You see that guy? He's our quarterback.
The Patriots have been impressed with his leadership.
Yes, it's all they talk about is his work ethic, his energy, his leadership. He's special that way. Anybody I've ever talked to has always said that.
How many Patriots on that team or that staff would say that he's a better leader right now than Tom was?
Well,
or is it just different?
I think he's more relatable right now, probably in the locker room, to a guy like Tom. What I was always told is, like, here the last few years, Tom would really it was like he talked to Julian Edelman and Gronk, and that was it. Everybody else, I mean, not that he was like a jerk Tom's a very nice person and always like welcoming, but I don't think he was like
going out of his way.
Yeah, I don't think he was like, hey, Jacoby Myers, what are you doing tonight on a Friday night? It was really only going to Julian and Gronk. Cam, from everything I've heard, like, everybody's involved, and he can come in the locker room and be young and silly and dance to some music like you saw in the pregame, and they're not used to that kind of culture up there. So it's different for them, especially at the quarterback position. But just to hit on the game right off the bat, I mean, where do I want to start here? I guess the first thing I start with is just the Patriots themselves. Here we go. Oh, we got a new toy. Look at all the ways we can f you with it. I mean, that's really what it is. I'm sorry. But just right off the bat.
Did they do things, because we went up to the whiteboard and you drew out all the different ways they could utilize Cam. They did a lot of that, right?
You saw the quarterback keep it, the guards pull, the running back follow up in the hole. You saw the fake speed sweeps a bunch, right, with guys going different ways. Now,
Josh McDaniels took out the Tim Tebow playbook.
Well, yeah, right. That's what everybody says. But this is where they're going to be dangerous. One, like I've been saying all along, their personnel set really fits this offense. It does. They want their offensive line's healthy. That looks good. So they played really well. But I think overall, this is where they become master Jedis up there in New England. Their personnel sets, the formations, the movements before the snaps are all so confusing, let alone, oh no, now we have Cam Newton and he can do 4 different things on this play out of this formation, and the defense is going, oh no, what do we do? What do we defend? And that's what's scary about New England. Because New England, like a Kyle Shanahan, they expose rules of defense. And if they start to get in the feel of, oh, you're going to play this against this formation all the time? Oh, well, watch this. Oh, Cam runs to the right and nobody touches him. He just walks in for a touchdown. Because they knew, oh, you're going to line up in this. We've seen it already a few times this game. We got to play for that. Oh, great. Yeah, you want to overcommit to so where we can't throw the ball over here, or you think you're going to play man-to-man and have 2 extra guys to spy Cam Newton. You don't think fucking New England was ready for that? So they had run game and run concepts ready to stop those type of defenses, and that's where I think just the first thing right off the bat was the amount of formations, personnel sets, and then the pre-snap movement with Cam Newton, let alone, okay, now we'll start to dive into what Cam Newton did.
So this from Being Shuja says, is it surprising to see the Patriots not protect Cam from being hit more?
Yes, that I will say. Definitely, yeah. I was not expecting all that running from Cam right off the day. One thing we saw yesterday is quarterbacks running a lot, though.
We did.
I mean, Lamar, Cam, Kyler, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, all 5 guys led their team in rushing. All 5. So, I mean, I would have never guessed that. And, yeah, I would have not guessed New England would have run that many times. If I was just going to make sense of that right there, I would say it's week 1. They knew this was their greatest advantage. They knew that Miami could not possibly prepare for what they were going to do with Cam. And I think it was just a good way to, let's catch everybody off guard. Let's get off the schneid, get the week 1 victory, do what we got to do. Hey, Cam, protect yourself, protect your throwing shoulder, don't take on hitters, things like that. And now they're going to have all the plays off of it, right? To where now next week they play Seattle. Seattle's going to overcompensate for all these run plays, and I guarantee New England's going to already be thinking, wait, so Seattle's going to see us do this. They're going to do this to stop it, and now we got to have, what are we going to do off of that to, what do I want to say? Compound? Not compound. No. I don't know what I'm saying. Compensate maybe for it. That's what I was trying to go with there. I don't even know if that makes sense.
I mean, and for the Patriots too, you want to keep him healthy throughout the whole season, but it's a 1-year deal for Cam. You might as well use him, right? If it goes well, you're going to want to bring him back, obviously. Yeah, right. But you might as well use him, see how it works there. It did seem like he had a pretty good connection with Julian Edelman with 7 targets, had 5 catches, 57 yards, because that's the question coming in, right? Like, okay, if Cam's going to run, okay, what if you can devise a plan to take away the run?
Yeah.
Are there enough other weapons out there where that offense can still be dynamic?
Yeah, I do think so, because, again, here's the quantification of Cam Newton. You know, okay, yeah, the run game's not working. You're going to have to play defenses that are going to be so egregiously to stop the run game. You're going to get, like beginner's level coverages in the pass game. And you saw yesterday, I mean, just about every throw he made was – like, even the incompletions, you went, it was in a good spot. It was a safe throw. Smart. Other than one maybe where he got hit as he was throwing that almost got intercepted. I think everything other than that, I looked at it and went, appropriate ball. You know, he saw the all-out blitz, threw it off his back foot. So he found Julian Edelman over the middle like New England does, because they put you in the bind with that run game. And then, and Keel Harry, you saw him jump up. Little tight end play here and there. But it's really about the bind that Cam Newton and Josh McDaniels have combined to screw you over with. That's what it's really doing. So, okay, formations, motions, all these things we got to worry about. We got to worry about being outnumbered in the run. We got to worry about Cam Newton getting on the edge and then tossing the ball on the option. We got to worry about Cam Newton giving the ball on the speed sweep so they can spread you wide. And then it's, bam, Cam up the middle. Other running back up the middle. Oh, wait. He didn't run up the middle. It's play action pass. Julian Edelman's behind us. I mean, that's where he really stresses you out, let alone New England knows the right concepts to always figure it out there.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm going to be interested to see how teams attack New England going forward, because most teams want to play man-to-man against these type of offenses. And most of the time you can get away with it because, like I said before, let's just match up man-to-man. We'll have our front four, and then our two linebackers are they'll spy Cam. One will take the running back, the other one's got Cam, right? But when you're playing man-to-man like that, all of a sudden a shift and a motion happens, and the back switches to you. You were the guy that was supposed to cover Cam. Now the back came over to you, and you got the back, and the other linebacker's got Cam. And now there's a speed sweep going on, and you're going, oh, I gotta go this way. And then, oh, no. But then the other element of this is so they can screw you up in the run game because of all the movement and things you're doing. You're supposed to have the D gap, but you're supposed to cover the tight end. Oh, wait, this wide receiver knocked me down, and now, the tight end went around me and blocked the linebacker. They have so many creative ways, but this is the biggest thing, I'm sorry I'm blabbering, is New England now, and this is where they're special, they have all the Tom Brady man-to-man beaters in their pass game, too. So, you want to play man-to-man and outnumber the box and do this? Okay, well, we're New England. We have 97,000 ways to pick you in man-to-man.
The question was how Cam was going to be able to execute those type plays.
Right.
Seemed pretty accurate in this game so far, just the 4 incompletions and the 19 passes.
Yeah.
But he's had shoulder issues in the past. How did he look to you throwing the ball?
Every ball I saw really came out of his hand clean, And one of those incompletions was Julian Edelman right in his chest, way down the middle, and Edelman got hit after he caught the ball, and the ball popped up, and it was incomplete. But, yeah, I thought I saw the same motion I've always seen. If it looks any different from what we saw before the labrum surgery from 2 years ago, it's a little like I said last year before he was hurt again with the foot injury. It's a hair tighter with his arm. He really keeps it real tight and a little closer to his body as compared to maybe it got out here back in the day. But overall, man, I just thought his placement of the football was very fun to watch. I was very excited watching them.
Yeah.
To me, I think you could tell in my voice. But
they're fun.
They're fun.
Like of top 5 players who have the most fun on the football field, Cam might be number 1.
Yes.
It just looks like he's having the game's taken away from you for a couple of years. Maybe that adds to it, but it just looked like he's having a ball out there.
He is. And they're going to, not that he's Lamar Jackson and not as dangerous as that. But I think with the...
I want to tackle him.
But yes, exactly. He's still dangerous as a runner. And then coupled with New England genius, right, in the pass game and what they can do in the run game, I think you're going to see a lot of the same effects that Baltimore gets from other defenses. Again, you get defenses that sometimes you just go, I can't believe this defense they're playing this defense against an NFL football team. Like they really, but you're in a bind because you go, we got to stop something,
right?
Or we're not going to stop anything, and that leads to we got to put one more egg into the stop the run game basket, but that means we're taking the egg out from the pass game, and damn, there goes a wide open receiver or whatever it may be. So they have a much tougher challenge ahead of them this week. Miami defense though is not a joke.
Shouldn't be. The secondary should be one of the best in the league.
They were good for the most part. They didn't let up anything like egregious. They had to play some defenses again and got picked a few times because of the Cam Newton factor and what McDaniels orchestrated on that side of the ball to where they couldn't even play man in some of the formations because they realized, man, we're going to get crossed up, they're going to pick us, or it's tight splits, and we can't bump them from there, so let's back off and play zone. New England's just next level with that type of thinking and how they, get their guys off.
Last thing.
Yeah.
We saw Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Normal, makes some good plays, but then 3 costly interceptions, 1 in the end zone late in the game.
Right.
Are we on Tua watch?
I think it's only a matter of time, again, Fitzpatrick, we know what he is. The offense itself, why is part of the reason I picked New England to win the game. They know Shangeli's offense. I got to see more from this Dolphins offense. To me, that's the big thing too. It's not all that creative. Yeah, we know Fitzpatrick can make plays, but he can do what he did there. And again, if we're going to be totally honest about this too, I don't give a shit that Patrick Chung and Dante Hightower aren't there. I'm not trying to say that to disrespect them. They got a lot of. This is the best secondary in football. It's no doubt about it. When you start to go across and go, whoa, J.C. Jackson and Gilmore, you could argue the best duo in football. J.C. Jackson is going to get paid to be one of the 5 highest paid corners after this year. You just mark that down, okay? He is going to be, I don't know if New England will be able to keep him because he's going to get paid like a superstar. Jonathan Jones at nickel, one of the better nickels in all of football. You talk about McCourty at safety, who can also play corner. And then you bring in, they have this Joe Jawan Williams, the second year out of Vanderbilt, who covers tight ends and this long freak. So, yeah, their front seven doesn't have household names. Belichick has started another trend. He's going to go, no, we're going to play through our secondary. Who the hell cares about my front seven? We'll lock you up. I'll do some different things in the back end every now and then. But then my front seven, we're going to have more guys moving around and doing shit, and you don't know who's a linebacker and that's where he confuses you. So, yeah, it might not be the most talented group, but schematically, he's Bill Belichick. And as long as he has that secondary, he can make things interesting with that front seven.
It's like he gets bored every once in a while. He's like, oh, maybe we'll try to win without Tom Brady. Now, let's do that. That'll be entertaining for me. So they did get their first victory without Tom Brady. The Cam Newton era has begun with a victory.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.